Cześć! Witajcie, to Patek, pasjonat gier. Witam was w 19 odcinku z gry Dragon Age The Veilguard. Oczywiście na PS5, wiadomo, po polsku. Życzę wam miłego oglądania. Teraz sobie się wytłumaczę w skrócie, co ja właśnie robiłem w 18 odcinku, na czym też zakończyłem ten poprzedni odcinek i co ja właśnie planuję w tym 19 odcinku zrobić. W 19 odcinku chcę właśnie zrobić tę misję fabularną. Coś jest nie tak. Zbadaj plagi, zniszcz czyraki plagi. Właśnie zamierzam to powiem zrobić, a w 18 odcinku tak, właśnie spotkałem się z Morgan i właśnie to była taka niespodzianka, taka właśnie, czyli kurczę, jak to się mówi po angielsku, surprise, no i właśnie, że tam inkwizytorkę właśnie z trzeciej części Dragon Age'a, czyli no wiadomo, inkwizycji, no i super, zarąbiście, akurat inkwizytorkę to ja też bardzo polubiłem, kurczę. No i też ja wam powiem jeszcze taką serię, jeszcze jedną, że to było fajne. I też to, że ogólnie też tutaj zakończyłem też na tym, że porozmawiałem z tymi no strażnikami właśnie, no i ogólnie z szarymi strażnikami, o chyba właśnie tak, oni właśnie badają te plagi, o ja dobrze to sobie zrozumiałem. No i właśnie też to, że też tam dużo rozmawiałem z moimi towarzyszami, sporo też było nawiązań do inkwizycji, to mi się akurat powiem podobało, bo inkwizycja jest moim, no właściwie jest u mnie na drugim miejscu, jeśli o to chodzi. No właśnie, ale na pierwszym miejscu i tak jest Dragon Age początek. Dragon Age początek to ja po prostu uwielbiam.
Let's find those boil samples. Looks like there's caves on the far side of the village. We can start there.
Dragon Age początek to ja po prostu uwielbiam, a jeśli chodzi o inkwizycję, to lubię inkwizycję.
Well, it's still here, and I want to help.
I u mnie jest serio na drugim miejscu, jeśli chodzi o Dragon Age Inkwizycję. No naprawdę serio, Inkwizycja jest u mnie na drugim miejscu. No dobra, to już idę.
There. That's our blight boil. Got a sample. I'm guessing they'll need more than one.
I've seen how Antoine performs experiments. He'll need more than one.
O, mroczne pomioty.
Got the sample.
We're getting there.
O, to super.
Darkspawn. Everyone ready?
A macie. No to jest jakiś boss, kurczę. A masz! To jest taki boss, kurczę, ale wow! A masz!
Clearing the way, one champion at a time. Everyone all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Every one of these gets us a little further. Got it.
No dobra,
First at Demon's
fajnie.
Crossing, now Lavendel. This could be the whole world.
Wow, no to dobra.
Trouble nearby.
This was farmland.
Like where my ma lives.
Check out the ballista. Could be useful.
Trouble coming.
All right, let's get this.
No dobra. O, mamy
We're
problem.
attacking the boils, and it doesn't seem happy about it.
We need to stop it.
Good one. Nice hit, Rook.
It's down.
Oj, super. O, i trochę zachwianie, obrażenia fizyczne. No to się, no to poproszę. O, super, zambiście.
And another sample.
That should be enough to study.
Yeah. Let's get back to Evka and Antoine.
No dobra. Odblokowano szybką podróż, no to spoko. No to dobra, właśnie ją chciałem sobie odblokować, o fajnie.
Antoine? Antoine!
Yes? Yes, the blight samples. They're like nothing we've seen, or anything in the Warden records. And Rook? I believed you, but to hear it? I almost hear voices in it. The gods calling the blight.
We knew things were bad. But if the Blight's being called, the situation's more unpredictable than we thought. We need to...
I give you two reign, and this is where
O,
it
pierwszy
leads.
strażnik.
Chasing Rook's lies.
First Warden,
You were told to stay away. Or does your allegiance to us no longer matter?
Czego ode mnie chcesz, jest ważniejsza lojalność. Tu się nie da wygrać. Oczywiście, że znaczy. Czego ode mnie chcesz? Oczywiście, że znaczy.
Of course it does. Fighting the Blight matters. That's why I'm here.
You're here for your ego, not for us.
Rook knew something was wrong.
I can hear it in the samples. The gods. She's telling the truth. The blight has changed. And that changes everything.
It changes nothing.
Właśnie,
Your
że dużo
sensitivity
zmienia.
to blight is useful, Warden Antoine. But you've had more than one snake in your ear.
Jestem po waszej stronie.
I took the same vows as you. We're on the same side.
You're on thin ice. You tampered with a ritual that unleashed blight. You did not know what you were doing then, and you don't now.
If gods control the Blight, we need to change how we approach it.
Archdemons control blight, and we'd sense if one had risen. We'd make the sacrifices needed to fight it.
But we...
The blight has increased. Now is not the time to lose focus. Wardens Evka and Antoine, are you sworn to combat the blight?
Yes, but...
Then report back to Weisshaupt and do so.
That went poorly, even for a talk with him.
Stara się mnie odsunąć.
I'm a Warden. I know what I'm doing. Why won't he listen?
You're a good warden. And don't catch yourself thinking otherwise.
Maybe. But I need the Order's help.
There's you, Davrin, me, and Antoine. We make it work with the four of us. You and Davrin work with your new friends. Antoine and I will track Darkspawn and the Blight.
In so-called peace, vigilance. If we learn the gods' plans, you will too.
The elven god of monsters had been hard at work. she'd taken the Darkspawn and made them so much worse. Now, she and Elgar'nan had their glorious new army. The risen gods were ready. And they had just the target.
Tutaj jest o wiele gorsze, to według mnie, no to nie, to ja podziękuję. I zadanie ukończone, coś jest nie tak. Anton i Jeff próbowali przekonać pierwszego strażnika, że plaga się zmieniła, a odpowiedzialni za to są bogowie, ale on nie chciał słuchać. Nie takiego wyniku się spodziewali, ale nie poddali się, choć rozkazano im wrócić do Weisshaupt. Obiecali nie ustawać, dobra, w badaniach plagi i odezwać się, jeśli odkryją coś więcej, on to spoko.
We should take a break. Head back to the lighthouse for a bit.
He finally agrees to meet for a report, then he all but calls you a liar.
I think you were included in that.
Thanks.
You need to head back to Weisshaupt.
Soon. We can risk a small delay before we're missed.
We'll continue helping here for a while, and help you on the way if we can.
No to dziękuję wam, no to dobra, no to teraz zajrzę do członków drużyny. Wróć do latarni, no dobra. No dobra, no to tutaj poproszę. Szybką podróż, dziękuję. Do drużyny dociąłem pogłoski o nowym zagrożeniu ze strony pomiotów. Wróć do latarni, zajrzyj do członków drużyny i fabuła powie zmian. Rozpocznij rozmowę, tak.
Rook, just got word. First Warden's calling everyone back to Weisshaupt. Everyone except us, seems like. Guess the First Warden holds a grudge.
Calling wardens back from all over Thedas is a big step. Did he give any reason why?
Not exactly, but I've heard rumors of a massive Darkspawn horde on the move. Even hearing there's an archdemon with them.
Podobno nawet mają ze sobą arcydemona, o Boże. Razikale czy Luzakan? Aha, dobra.
The other archdemons are dead. Only Razikale and Lusakan live. So which one is it?
No one has a good look yet. Makes it hard to tell. Rook, if the gods have an archdemon, Warden lore says archdemons only show up during a blight. Doesn't say anything about elven gods. Seems like the rules have changed, and we're going in blind. We need to know what we're up against.
I'll talk to Solus. See if he knows anything about any of this. Make sure the others are ready to move.
No dobra. I porozmawiam z Solasem. Dostępna nowa wiadomość. Spoko. O, inkwizytorka. Wow, nawet do mnie inkwizytorka tam no to grubo. O matko. O co z tym chodzi? A no tak, to wspomnienie Solasa będzie, no to grubo. O ja...
You cannot do this, Elganon. You swore that we would give up our commands when this horrific war was over.
Our people need our leadership. If you're unwilling, leave.
Our people must rebuild, and we must help unite them.
So, we did not fight for freedom, but to conquer this land and our own.
We fought to win, and now the Evenuris are as gods. I do not answer to Mythal's annoying lapdog.
The people are afraid. They must believe in something.
They need strength.
And wisdom.
They need gods who can protect them.
We are not gods. You will learn that.
Every lapdog hides a wolf inside.
O mój Boże.
That was strange. They were speaking Elven, but I understood it.
I believe we have experienced a memory in each of our native languages.
Not just any memory. One of the Dreadwolves.
And the mages who declared themselves my gods? Well, mine and Davrin's. And Rook's.
Ta... Objawienie i rozczarowanie nie moimi zadziei nas ta...
There they are, the elven creators. I used to be jealous of the Dalish elves, because they got to learn all these stories I only barely knew. Now I get to see the truth of it. And it turns out, the truth is awful.
No, jest naprawdę
Awful is
paskudna.
an understatement. I wish they were monsters. Something grand and terrible. Seeing them like that, they're no better than Tevinter nobles.
But no worse, either. They were people. And people can let you down.
All right. What else can we take from this memory?
Elgranon was hungry for power. Did anything he could to get it, and to hold on to it.
Then Solus, furious at Elganon's installing himself as a despot, started his rebellion.
There's another moving part in this. Mythal. She was keeping the peace.
Mythal and Solus were close. The Inquisition found a temple to Mythal, and there were wolf statues
No, tak było.
everywhere.
Then she sides with Elganon over him. A betrayal.
Rozumiem pobudki, nie. Ja tego nie jestem w stanie zrozumieć, tych pobudek, nie. Jego gniew nie dziwi naprawdę.
It sounded like Solus was loyal to Mythal. What did Elganon call him? Mythal's lapdog? And then she grabs power alongside Elganon instead of standing for her principles. I'd be angry too.
Angry enough to start a rebellion?
That's not how he'd see it. He didn't destroy the world. Elganon did. Solus did what he considered necessary to stop.
To prawda.
Solus would try to justify what he did, but he'd also blame himself for what happened.
Perhaps these murals aren't simply memories. They're what Solus wishes to forget.
His regrets. That means they're a way to learn his weak points.
Why are we worried about Solus? He's trapped.
Right. But the Dreadwolf was the god of trickery. He's looking for a way out. Bet on it.
Meanwhile, keep your eyes open in the crossroads. If there's a way to restore the rest of these murals, Solus would have kept it in his hideaway. It'd be nice to get inside his head for a change.
No dobra. Wspomnienie fałszywych bogów, zapoznałem się z pierwszym wspomnieniem Fen'Harelem. O matko. No to dobra, to ja teraz... Aha, okej. No co tam jest? To jest... Aha, dobra, kolejne wspomnienie Solasa, dobra. O rany.
I was not certain you would come.
You were the one who walked away. I never turn my back when my friend needs me.
The Evenuris seek the magic of the Blight.
Impossible. The Blight is safely sealed away forever.
Though I wish I could believe you, I have sensed the breaking of the wards.
I will investigate your claims. If they forget the danger of the Blight, I will endeavor to remind them.
What if, instead, you left the Evenuris and remained with me? Do you not wish for freedom from this struggle?
Be at peace, love. I will stop them.
As you must. The Blight is our mistake.
O masakra.
Did Mythal call Solus love in that memory?
That's what it sounded like.
So they were doing it.
The elven gods were free with their emotions. They felt things deeply. The way they express things, well, it feels romantic to us, but that wasn't really how it was. Back then, I mean.
Nah, they were doing it.
Być może przejdźmy dalej, ewidentnie. Nie sądzę, poza tym fuj.
As someone who has Solus talking in my dreams, I'm with Balara. I just can't see Solus carrying on a secret affair with Mythal.
Can't because you don't think he would? Or can't because you don't want to think about it while he's in your head?
Yes.
Dopóki siedzi w mojej głowie, to nie chcę o tym myśleć.
Fighting, but they have history.
And he warns her about the other gods using the Blight. That's more important than his rebellion. It's like kingdoms coming together when an archdemon rises.
Mythal didn't think it was possible. She said the Blight was sealed away. There's an old legend about it. Davrin, the one with Andrul's armor? Not sure it matters.
Opowiedz nam tę historię.
We're deep in elven lore already. What's the legend say?
Right. Well, Andrul was the goddess of the hunt. She put on armor, magic armor, made us something called the Void, drove her mad.
I remember this one. The other gods were afraid Andrul would turn on them. She was doing all kinds of horrible things, causing plagues. It does sound like the Blight.
Well, it all ends with Mythal fighting Andrul. After, Mythal turned into a dragon.
She what? Why didn't you start with that?
Anyway, she took Andrul's armor away, then Andrul's madness left, and peace returned.
Intriguing. So it's possible Andrul stumbled onto the magic of the Blight.
And when Andrul went mad, Mythal took it from her and locked it away.
Until someone started using it again.
No Solas się martwi, Solas był zadowolony z siebie. No Solas czuł się winny, no tak, czuł się winny.
Okay. Solus warns Mythal about the other gods using the Blight. It's not just bad, it's something bad he feels responsible for. The Blight was our mistake.
How is the Blight their mistake? Did they find it? Did they make it? What does that mean?
Whatever it was, it convinced Mythal to take him seriously.
So Mythal goes off to investigate what Solus says. Then, what? It's too clean.
Seems plenty messy with them doing it.
But this isn't just a memory. It's something Solus wanted to hide. What's the crime? What did we see here that he feels guilty about?
I think I might know. When the Inquisitor was saving the world from the breach, she met Mythal.
What? Like in a dream?
It was complicated. She helped the Inquisition. There was a magic pond and a dragon.
Nice.
The point is, she also said the other elven gods betrayed her, killed her.
O Boże. Co to ma znaczyć?
Okay, sorry, point of order. If they killed Mythal, how was she still around to help the Inquisition?
Elven god magic? She'd spent centuries gathering strength and sharing people's bodies, I think.
If it was a truly benign possession, that speaks to her character.
Mamy wyjaśnienie, jedyna dobra bogini zginęła. Obwiniał się o to.
Solus tried to do the right thing by warning Mythal about the other gods using the Blight, but he got her killed.
Well, it's not just that she died.
What do you mean, Tosh?
It's... Ugh. There was stuff he wanted to tell her, but he waited too long, and then she was dead. He never got to make it right. That twists you up.
That's it. There's our crime.
Doesn't really tell us anything we can use, though.
We know more than we did. That's something.
Then I guess we keep our eyes open if we come across more of these memories.
No dobra. Wspomnieniesz o Oblężeniu, zapoznałem się z drugim wspomnieniem Fen'Harelem. Dobra. Trzecie wspomnienie? Jezu. Ile tych wspomnień tutaj będzie? O matko. No tak, bo wcześniej też tam odblokowałem też te wspomnienia Solasa, no to też się liczy.
Jealous of our growing power.
You will pay the final price for this betrayal.
We warned you not to use the Blight. For this, and for Mythal, I sentence you to sleep in exile ever after. Your own lives will form the veil that keeps the horror you unleashed at bay.
So he locked the gods away and created a veil between this world and the Fade. I mean, they were terrible, no question. But what he did, it didn't just stop them. It destroyed our culture, our world.
It wasn't just to stop them. It was to stop the Blight. We've seen how bad Elganon and Gillenane are. Imagine all 7 corrupted gods running wild.
So he created the Veil just to keep the elven gods locked in their prison?
Yes, to keep them from accessing the Fade. But was the creation of the Veil around the world an accident?
You heard him yelling. That's not the sound of a ritual going right.
What do you think, Rook?
Co ja o tym sądzę? Że się tutaj zapytam, rozumiem obawy Solasa.
Davrin and I have fought the Blight for years. It's terrifying. Watching the gods poison his world, his people. I understand why Solas would do anything to stop it.
I know, Rook. I'm not denying that. I wish there'd been a better way. That's all.
So does he. This isn't a memory he's proud of.
I had another question, and I'm sorry, maybe this doesn't matter, but Solas trapped the blighted gods in an ancient elven building, right?
That's what it looks like. Maybe a palace? Fancier than what I've seen in Arlathan, at least.
And then, the Magisters were lured into the Fade. They broke in, which let the Blight escape, and turned the Golden City black.
Right, and the Black City hangs in the Fade, a little reminder of their mistakes. What's wrong, Lace?
It's just... the Chant of Light says that the Maker built for them the Golden City, the center of all creation. But if the Golden City was an ancient elven palace, then the Maker didn't build it. The elves did. The Chant of Light is Andraste's visions from the Maker, but it sounds like it's... wrong.
You're asking if we just disproved the entire Andrastian faith.
Did we?
Zostawmy pytania co do Stwórcy, to nie jest nasz problem, nie przejmuj się tym, wypowiedz się jako ktoś, kto nie wierzy w Stwórcę. Ja wciąż wierzę w Stwórcę, potwierdź ciągłą wiarę w Stwórcę. Najważniejsze są nauki, nie przedstawiaj osobistego poglądu na wiarę w Stwórcę, wypowiedz się jako ktoś, kto nie wierzy w Stwórcę. I podział odczucia i obawy Harding też wierzę i też mnie to boli, naprawdę.
I'm right there with you, Lace. I believe in the Maker. If it's all just ancient elven stuff and there's nothing else, that's a lot.
The Chant of Light has seen many iterations over the centuries. This may simply change our understanding of it.
I know, but that's a change to, well, everything we're supposed to believe in.
The Dalish clans are struggling with the same thing. What do we keep? What do we lose?
The elven gods, the Maker. No matter who you light a candle to, you've got some hard questions to ask yourself right now.
Doctrine is not the truth. It is one of many paths to the truth.
I recognize the sentiment, though not the specific quote. Who said that?
My mother.
Ah.
Ojej, mama, okej.
We have some very real gods that still need killing.
O, musimy zabić tych realnych bogów. A jeszcze 3. O kurczę, no to dobra. Wspomnienie chcę zapoznać się z trzecim wspomnieniem Fen'Harela. O Boże, jeszcze kolejne. Zobacz, że... O matko, dobra. Kolejne wspomnienie o...
You have so long observed the world. Why not consider joining it?
But I have no desire to live as humans. I have the Fade. Besides, there's talk of taking on a solid form. I think you underestimate the danger. When you took the glowing stone to build your body, did the earth not shake?
Delirium gives us the strength we had when we were of the Fade. We are the best of physical and spirit. I need your wisdom, Solus. To withstand the louder voices who would go too far like Elganon. I need you.
This is madness. You must know that. I will always follow where you go.
Wow.
What? This is astounding. The ancient elves were spirits who voluntarily manifested a physical form.
O
I'd rather go
nieźle.
back to talking about the blight.
Hey, Lucanus. Could Spite turn into an elf?
No.
Sorry, but... What?
Co takiego? Czy ja jestem duchem? Nie jestem duchem. Nasza tajemnica się wydała. Świetna sprawa. Nasza tajemnica się wydała?
We hid the truth for as long as we could, but yeah. Balara, Davrin, and I have secretly been spirits this whole time.
Not funny.
I don't know. Sounds like something a rage demon would say.
You're going to confuse Tosh.
What? I wasn't listening. There weren't any dragons in this one.
To be clear, this memory only shows that the first elves originated from spirits. You three are no more spirits than anyone else conceived naturally.
Conceived naturally? Guess I'll go ask my mother.
The knowledge that an entire people were formed from a mass manifestation could change our entire understanding of magic.
If we let it out, is that the right call? Do you want bigoted humans yelling about how elves are demons?
Davrin's got a point. World's not short on small-minded humans.
Inni mają większe zmartwienie, nikt w to nie wierzy, nie chce nikogo krzywdzić.
If the world learned about this and it led to attacks against elves...
Elves have enough trouble as it is down in Ferelden.
We have to tell someone, though. Strife and Irulan, at least.
If I told Thea and Viago, they'd think I was sampling Viago's poison collection. No one will believe us.
Okay. We keep this to people we trust who have good reason to know. No shouting it from the rooftops.
Agreed. The Morn Watch has a great deal of experience keeping dangerous secrets.
So, beyond the world-shaking stuff, what else did we learn here? Solus himself was a spirit.
O nieźle.
What kind do you think he was?
Well, his name is Elven for pride.
Oh, okay.
There's something else. Not about spirits, or not all about them at least. Solus didn't want to become a person with a physical body.
Right. He only agreed after Mythal begged him.
Then that's his regret. He wishes he'd never taken physical form.
Maybe, but not just that. Solus was scared. They built their bodies out of lyrium, and it made the ground shake.
Zranili tytanów, kretyni. I tak wybuchła ta wojna, niestety. Zranili tytanów. Niestety, i tak wybuchła wojna.
You think the ground shaking was the Titans?
It makes sense, doesn't it? Something was hurting them, taking their blood.
So they struck back, like we'd swat a stinging bug.
The first memory we saw, with Elganon seizing power, it happened at the end of a war.
A war between the Titans and the elves.
And we just saw how it started.
It feels like we still don't have the full picture. But I think that's part of what Solus regrets. He didn't see
O,
the
jeszcze za
danger.
późno dostrzegł to niebezpieczeństwo.
He did it for Mythal. Everything that followed, he could have prevented if he just told her no.
Then he's got a war on his conscience. Plus, whatever we find next.
Wspomnienie, objawienie, zapoznają się ze czwartym wspomnieniem Fen'Harela. No i tu też mamy no to dobra, ale na razie ogólnie to tak, to powiem to tak, może tak powiem, że na razie to już nie mamy tutaj konkretnych już wspomnień związanych właśnie ze Solasem. O, musimy znaleźć właśnie to później, te wiadomo, te kolejne wspomnienia właśnie Solasa, no bo to naprawdę będzie bardzo potrzebne do zrozumienia całego jego wątku. No to dobra. I na razie to ogólnie to mamy spokój, to miałem na myśli z tym, że wiadomo, że jeśli chodzi o to zbieranie przez jakiś czas tych ważnych, tych wiadomo, tych nie wiem jak to nazwać, tych specjalnych przedmiotów związanych z Solasem, no chyba tak. No i medytuj, no przygotuj się na dobra, porozmawiaj z Solasem, okej, jeszcze porozmawiam tutaj z Solasem.
How fares your battle?
The gods are moving against Weisshaupt and the Grey Wardens. We've heard rumors the Darkspawn are being led by an archdemon.
And you have questions?
I need to know how archdemons relate to the gods. Are they just like the blighted dragons, or are they something else? I also need to know how to deal with the gods if they show up at Weisshaupt.
I propose a bargain. I will answer your question if you answer mine.
No dobra.
What?
How are the Grey Wardens? Do they understand the truth of the danger yet?
Już dowiodłam swojej wartości.
We've been through this already. You agreed to help me.
What did you think my help would look like, Rook? I need to know that you are prepared.
Że jesteś przygotowana. Ich zwierzchnik jest idiot. A jeśli odpowiem kłamstwem, niektórzy... No nie będę nie, tym razem bądźmy sobie szczerzy z Solasem. Dobra, niektórzy.
I've gotten a few of them to come around.
You're a Grey Warden yourself. Surely you have friends within the Order you might call upon.
I do. And I have. We've recruited another warden named Davrin.
A właśnie
But
Davrina.
the Grey Wardens as a whole still do not trust you yet, as I feared.
We're making progress.
When I asked why you should be trusted to lead the fight, you said that nobody else was doing it. That sufficed for me. But you will need more to convince the Grey Wardens. They see themselves as destined to lead this battle. You cannot defeat Elganan and Gillenane without the Wardens. What will you do to bring them to your side?
Niech strażnicy sami spróbują, będę dalej z nimi rozmawiać. Chodzi o pierwszego strażnika.
I don't have to convince all of them. I just have to convince the first warden.
Or remove him.
Enjoyable as that is to imagine, I doubt the rest of the wardens would approve.
Did you know the Evanurus once numbered many more than those whose names survived in the Elven Pantheon? One warlord was particularly cruel. I sought to free his slaves, but so fearsome was his reputation that none would join me.
What did you do?
I made people laugh at him.
O Boże.
How did that help?
For 12 years. Every sound near him, from whispered pleas to shouted oaths to crackling fire, all became mocking laughter. His mind broke under the ridicule, and when he fell, his slaves rose up and joined me.
I doubt laughter is going to work on the first warden.
If not that, then what?
Niech strażnicy sami spróbują, będę dalej z nimi rozmawiać. Zrobię co będzie trzeba.
Whatever it takes.
Easily said, but it will have to be enough for now. You have answered my question, and I owe you an answer in return.
Yes. The old gods of Tevinter, the archdemons.
There never were Tevinter gods. The archdemons, as you call them, were always merely the weapons of the Evanurus.
All right. Let's hope we can find the gods before they find their weapons.
Unfortunately, the Dragon Thrall's life force is bound to the Evanurus as both power and protection. You will not be able to kill or likely even harm one of the Evanurus until their Dragon Thrall is slain.
Brzmi łatwo, tyle wystarczy. O czym jeszcze nie wiem? Dobra. Opowiedz mi o ich smokach.
What can you tell me about the archdemons themselves?
Each is different, shaped by the whims and ego of its master. Elganan is the Lord of Tyranny. He would have ruled alone had Mythal not forced him to share power. Those who are strong, he molds into dictators themselves, with visions of godhood. Those who are weak, he crushes. His archdemon reflects him. It is huge, to feed his ego, the epitome of dragonkind, bent to his will.
I to go zgubi, Rety, ty go nienawidzisz, wydaje się okropny. Rety, ty go nienawidzisz, no.
Damn. Tell me what you really think of the guy.
He is cruelty and arrogance personified. All of the Evanurus were flawed, but he made all of them worse. By contrast, Gillenane was a servant of Andrul, whose skill at making monsters earned her promotion to the Evanurus. She is brilliant, ambitious, and unconstrained by anything you would understand as morality. In a kinder world, you would never need to see what she has done to her archdemon. In this world, I only hope you kill it quickly. In any event, the Evanurus will not be vulnerable until their archdemons are dead.
Aha, dopóki nie zginą właśnie... Aha, w każdym razie nie będą podatni na ataki, dopóki nie zginą ich arcydemony, o Boże. Jak mówili bogowie Tevinteru.
The old stories of the Tevinter gods have them whispering in the dreams of ancient magisters. How did they do that? If they were just tools of the elven gods?
The archdemons were once high dragons. The Evanurus bound them as a source of power. When I imprisoned the gods, their dragons remained free. That was my mistake.
How so?
I never bound a dragon to myself, for I believed that to enslave another creature was immoral. As such, I did not understand the power that connection gave. I thought the prison I had made was perfect. But their dragons were the conduit through which they spoke to dreaming minds.
Brzmi łatwo, o tyle wystarczy. O czym jeszcze nie wiem, Solasie?
Any other surprises we should know about?
Even with their dragons dead, the Evanurus are powerful and well protected. You will need to use my dagger, the one you recovered. It can pierce their enchantments and strike them down.
All right. Kill the archdemons, then use the dagger to take down the gods.
Even a single opportunity to strike the Evanurus down will be rare, fleeting, and costly. You will not have another chance to catch them unawares. When you strike, you must be fully prepared.
A rozumiem. No dobra. O rany. No dobra, to wiecie co? To tutaj sobie zakończę właśnie ten 19 odcinek. No dobra, to ja mam sobie też taką nadzieję, że bardzo wam się podobał ten 19 odcinek z gry Dragon Age The Veilguard, oczywiście na PS5, wiadomo, po polsku. Proszę, zostawcie łapkę w górę oraz jakiś komentarz oczywiście pod tym odcinkiem, jeśli chcecie, moi drodzy widzowie. Do zobaczenia w następnym odcinku z tej serii, innej serii na moim kanale, czy miłego dnia, papa, do zobaczenia. Pa. Do zobaczenia, moi drodzy widzowie, pa.